Have you ever felt like your brain is turning to mush from non-stop scrolling? Maybe you've found yourself midway through an Instagram binge wondering how the last 2 hours disappeared. This phenomenon affects many of us quietly. It's called brain rot. Brain rot isn't a terrifying disease from a horror movie. It's what happens when we waste too much time on unproductive activities like scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or clicking endlessly on random articles. You know that moment when you've watched so many TikToks that your dreams are now in 15-second bursts? That's brain rot sneaking up on you. Imagine this. It's a regular Tuesday afternoon, and you're trying to prep for an upcoming exam. Your textbooks are spread out, a fresh cup of coffee is beside you, and your laptop is ready. You're determined to make this study session count. Just as you're about to dive into Chapter 3, your phone buzzes. It's a message from a friend with a funny Instagram reel. You think, I'll just watch it real quick. You open Instagram, laugh at the reel, and then swipe up to watch the next one, and the next, and the next. Before you know it, you're lost in the Instagram rabbit hole. You've watched a dancing dog, a cooking hack you'll never try, and a prank video that left you laughing. Time flies when you're entertained, right? You glance at the clock. An hour has gone by. Your books remain untouched, the coffee is cold, and you can't even remember what you were studying in the first place. That's brain rot in action. You try to refocus on studying, but it's tough. Did you know that it takes around 20 minutes to fully regain your concentration after a distraction? Every time you grab your phone, you're setting yourself further back. This scenario doesn't just ruin your study session, it starts creeping into other parts of your day. You decide to take a break for lunch and, while eating, mindlessly scroll through YouTube. By the time you finish eating, another hour has passed. You had planned to go for a jog to clear your head and get some exercise, but now you're feeling sluggish and unmotivated. You decide to skip the jog and relax on the couch instead. You start a new Netflix series, and 3 episodes later, you realize the entire afternoon has slipped away. The next morning, you wake up feeling groggy because you stayed up late trying to make up for lost time. You drag yourself out of bed, already dreading the day ahead. And the cycle continues. This may sound extreme, but studies show that overuse of the internet and social media can lead to cognitive overload. Our brains aren't built to manage the constant flood of information we get online. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose. Too much, too fast. Research shows that heavy internet users display less activity in brain regions responsible for decision-making and self-control, meaning too much screen time can actually alter your brain's functioning, making it harder to think clearly and make good decisions. Additionally, people who use social media excessively often report higher levels of anxiety and depression. Every like, comment, and notification gives your brain a hit of dopamine, the same chemical released when you eat your favorite meal or win a game. It feels good, so you keep coming back for more. But here's the catch. The more you use social media, the more you need it to achieve that same level of satisfaction. It's like a digital addiction. Over time, your brain adapts, and you need more and more stimulation to feel good. This leads to a kind of digital dependency, where you're constantly checking your phone, searching for the next dopamine hit. You start comparing yourself to others, wondering why their lives look so much better than yours. Spoiler alert, they're not. People only post the highlights, the best moments. It's like comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Social media also destroys your attention span. Imagine reading an article on your phone, then a notification pops up. You check it, respond to a message, maybe like a few posts, and by the time you return to the article, you've forgotten what you were reading. This constant interruption trains your brain to be easily distracted. Ironically, social media can make you feel lonelier. Sure, you're connected to hundreds of people, but how many of those connections are meaningful? Studies show that the more time you spend on social media, the more likely you are to feel isolated. You're replacing real-life interactions with virtual ones, and it's just not the same. Humans are wired for face-to-face connection, hearing someone's voice, seeing their expressions. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. We can fight brain rot with a few simple, fun steps. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram and seen vacation photos from a friend in Bali, the one who always looks picture perfect, while you're sitting on your couch in sweatpants, surrounded by snack wrappers? Instant mood killer, right? Here's what you can do. Unfollow those accounts that make you feel bad about yourself. Seriously, you don't need to see Karen's flawless family photos or Jeff's six-pack every day. Instead, fill your feed with things that bring you joy. Connect with people offline. Call a friend, go for a walk, or join a club. Do things that make you feel truly connected. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop, and instead of staring at your phone, you strike up a conversation with someone next to you. Maybe they're reading a book you love, or they have a cute dog with them. Instant connection, right? Or how about joining a local club? It might feel awkward at first, like the first day of school, but soon you'll look forward to these meetings, laughing and making new memories. Trust me, social media can't replace real human interaction. Remember the last time you had a deep conversation with a friend over coffee? That feeling of being understood and connected? You won't get that from liking a post or sharing a meme. Engage in activities that require your full attention and bring joy, like reading a book, playing sports, or starting a new hobby. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.